Hey everyone, it's your boy justafreak and I'm back with part 2 of my manga haul. So if you haven't seen that one, check it out. I got a lot of cool stuff in it, around 40 volumes or something like that of cool manga and comics. So yeah, I still got two big boxes to unbox, and I also have to show you the other volumes that I picked up directly from store in this timeline. And yeah, let's dive into it. It's gonna take a while. So first, let's see what I have in this big one over here. That's pretty heavy, and this one is actually from Romania. Lately, with all of the inflation and with the prices going up like crazy, it's actually kind of the same to buy things from here instead of actually having them shipped all over from UK. And yeah, it's simpler this way because it's gonna come right at my door. So let's see what I have in this one. And from the looks of it, I also got some Magic the Gathering stuff that's pretty dusty. But yeah, forget about that one and let's take a look at the manga. I already see some pretty nice things that get me excited in this one. So yeah, let's dive into it. So first, in this box, let me tell you how I ended up buying this series. I saw this cover online and it looked pretty beautiful. Come on, it looks quite interesting and dark and crazy, and I'm into that kind of stuff. And I read a little bit of the synopsis, it seemed interesting. I also saw some impressions, people were saying good things about it, and I decided to pull the trigger and get the volumes that are out so far. And yeah, that's the big story behind it. Now, from what I look at as a first impression, the art is not that impressive, but hopefully I'll like it. And we'll see if I'll continue buying it or not. Maybe I'll do an impression or anything like that. But from the looks of it, this is from Square Enix manga, so that's interesting. I don't know if I have another release from them, at least under their print in my collection. But yeah, let me know if you read it, if you like it or not, if it's good, if it's trash. I don't know. Just let me know down below. Next, I also got another volume from Slasher Maidens. So yeah, if you saw the first part of this haul, there I got volume 3 and now I'm getting volume 4. Another one from the series of girls fighting big kaijus with quite nice art. So yeah, hopefully I like it. As I said, haven't read it yet. I also got the last volume from Raw Hero, and this is something that really gets me excited because this is done by the same mangaka that did Prison School, and I really enjoyed Prison School. I was laughing my ass out while reading Prison School, and this is way more funny and crazy, if you ask me. It has the same kind of humor, but it's even crazier. So yeah, it's only a 6 volume series, and if you're okay with some ecchi content in it, but keep in mind, the ecchi content is there just for the laughs. And if you want to read a story that kind of messes up the whole concept of superheroes, try Raw Hero. It's pretty great. But yeah, as I said, it's funny as hell. It's quite nice, and I cannot wait to read the rest of it and actually finish it. I think I'm gonna do that tonight. And yeah, pretty glad to finally be able to read the rest of this series. And I'm quite curious what Akira Hiramoto will do with the next series that's gonna come out. So far, it's only better and better, in my opinion, at least. Let me know what you think. Let me know if you read Prison School, if you read this one, which one do you think is better, and stuff like that. yeah, pretty happy to have this one. Next, I finally got the first volume from Given, and this is a BL series about a bunch of guys that are in high school, at least some of them, yeah, they kind of start a band. Some of them had a band, and some others are joining that band. But yeah, it's pretty nice so far. I started reading it. I read a couple of volumes from it because I couldn't wait. I had the rest of the volumes except volume 1, so I just had to dive into it. The art is pretty good, the characters are good, the story so far is great. The only thing that I'm not saying that the manga is lacking, I just think that it may be better in the anime is the part about music. So yeah, it's a music manga series, but you cannot hear the music. And I hear that the anime has a pretty nice soundtrack, so probably I'm also gonna watch that. And I think that way it's gonna fill some holes that were left empty while reading this, and seeing how they are, I don't know, enjoying singing and all of that stuff, and I cannot actually imagine what they are singing, if you know what I mean. But yeah, so far it's good, and I'm really happy to finally get the first volume into my collection, because it was out of print in this area for such a long time. Next, I also got volume 7 from Gigant, and this is another series by Hiroya Oku, the guy who did Guns and Inuyashiki, and it's the one that's coming out right now. And yeah, I'm enjoying this quite a lot. Again, this guy creates some really crazy, messed up series, and I'm all in for that kind of stuff. So I'm just gonna tell you, from now on, when he puts out something, I'm gonna pick it up without even caring what it's all about. And let's see, because this can be quite edgy at points, but it's kind of the same art style as in Gans and Inuyashiki. Pretty good. Also a lot of digitalized content in it. But yeah, it's quite messed up. It's about a porn star, so the main character is a porn star who receives a device from a stranger that can change your size. So you can become really small, or you can become a giant, a huge giant. And a lot of things are happening, crazy things are happening across the world, and she kind of ends up into a place where she has to dive in and save people from time to time. So yeah, as I said, I don't know, let's just say that Shibuya is struck by a shitstorm, a literally shitstorm, and just because some people are requesting that thing to happen on a web page, and yeah, people are crazy, so they're gonna request more and more destructive and messed up stuff, and it's all in this series. And also porn star. But yeah, I'm having a blast with this one so far, and I'm always glad to pick up volumes from it. Next, another volume from Maki Maho. I messed up and made the wrong person into a magical girl. Damn, that was a title. And yeah, this one has quite a beautiful cover, and of course it's about magical girls, but it's a messed up interpretation of that, and it's volume 9, and whenever these volumes come out, I'm slowly trying to pick them up and get them before they run out of stock. Let me know if you read it, let me know if you like it. I haven't started it yet, so yeah, I know getting to volume 9 without starting it is crazy, but from what I saw while I'm reading 2-3 chapters and just opening some other volumes, it's stuff that I enjoy. So yeah, and that's why I'm picking it up. Anyway, let me know what you think. Next, let me bundle them together, because both of them are almost hentais. and I got volume 8 from Destiny Lovers, and I got Last Gears volume 5. So yeah, as I said, almost hentais, both are shrink wrapped, both have mature content in it. So if you're into some really ecchi series, check these two out. And they both have nice art, so I can't complain about that. And the story is interesting. Now, so far I like this better than Las Guias, just because that this turns out into a harem series where kind of the same thing happens with every new girl that gets added to the harem, and this just starts with a mystery around the whole ecchi thing, and after that it evolves and evolves. But this also has some mystery in it. That's what got me to buy the series first. But yeah, I can also say that also the cover was influencing enough. But anyway, this is about a group of guys that suddenly wake up in a prison where there are some prison guards. All of them are girls, all of them are really sexy, and all of them try to make them to have sex with them. All of the boys are virgins, and they kind of get the feeling that once they give up and they have sex with the girls, they're gonna die. So yeah, that's how this starts, and it's getting interesting along the way, but it also has a lot of focus on the actual ecchi stuff. That's why I'm saying this is almost a hentai. I don't know if I even should open it. And this one is about a guy who has a crush on his childhood friend, and now they are in school. And yeah, he's that kind of guy that is too afraid that he's gonna ruin the relationship if he tells her anything, and she kind of has the same feelings for him, but has the same kind of fear that she's gonna ruin everything if she tells anything. And suddenly they end up going into a mysterious bookshop where they find a weird book that they pick up. And once they start reading from that book, they kind of make a contract with a demon that makes them horny. And makes them horny until they go crazy. So yeah, I think that tells you a lot. So around that whole demon and the contract with it and stuff like that, there's a lot of mystery in the first part of the series. But as I said, along the way, another girl gets added, and after that another girl, and kind of the same thing happens with her. So yeah, I don't know where this is going to, but I'm giving it more volumes to see. I kind of hate to actually, drop something that I already started, but the ecchi side of it, it's quite good. Now the story is kind of lacking a bit. I hope it picks up in this later volume. Next, I got volume 9 and volume 10 from Don't Toy With Me, Miss Nagatoro. And this is a series that I picked up this year, and I freaking loved it. I read every single volume that I had, and it's really funny and also really sweet. It's about this girl over here that it's teasing a boy, and she's always messing up with him, and it starts like a relationship that he hates, but slowly they get close to each other, and it's also developing into a romance and stuff like that. It's really good in my opinion, and I really like it. And it looks like this one is a little bit bent over there, but anyway, really love this series so far. Glad to have more volumes from it. I know that I also ordered volume 11, so hopefully that will get here soon. And so far I'm having a blast with this one. It also got an anime, so if you don't want to jump directly into the manga, you can try watching that on, I think it's up on Crunchyroll. Next, I got also 2 more volumes from Die Dark. So this is volume 2 and volume 3. This is a series by Kyu Hayashida, and if you don't know, it's the mangaka who made Dorohedoro, and probably the covers and characters are feeling familiar because of that. But yeah, Dorohedoro is a blast. It's a really good series if you're into dark fantasy series, and I'm thinking that Die Dark will be something similar to that. Let me know if you read it and what do you think about this one. Does it compare to Dorohedoro? Is it worse? Is it better? Is it kind of the same? But yeah, pretty nice releases from 7 Seas. High quality paper in this one. They're pretty heavy with thick, really white pages and stuff like that. So quite happy with the release that they are putting out. And yeah, Kyu Hayashida is another mangaka that will just, if something comes out made by this mangaka, I'm just gonna pick it up because I know it's gonna be good. It's gonna be good enough to try it, to read it, and have it into my collection. Next, I also picked up a bunch of volumes from Black Butler. So this is a series that was recommended by Buzz, a friend of mine who also owns a channel, a manga channel on YouTube, so check that out. But yeah, this is a series that was recommended to me, but sadly a ton of volumes are out of print, out of stock, stuff like that. So every time I get a chance to get new volumes, when I get a notification that they come back in stock, I'm picking them up, and slowly but surely, hopefully, I'm gonna get the rest of the series. So I got volume 17 from this series, volume 15, let me also show you the back, also got volume 18, volume 20, volume 25, 19, I don't know why I have them in this order, and volume 29. So yeah, quite excited to be able to get more volumes of this into my collection, and hopefully one day I'll have it all. As a short plot for this series, it's about a boy who ends up into a situation where he kind of loses everything, almost everything, and he's also at the brink of losing his life. But then he strikes a deal with a demon, the devil, and he kind of pays with his soul in order to be able to get revenge. And yeah, that demon becomes his butler, and the story is moving around their life, and they're following them in their life afterwards. So yeah, that sounds pretty interesting. I want to read it, I want to try it, and hopefully one day I'll be able to have it all. Anyway, glad to be able to add 7 more volumes into my collection. And the last 2 from this box are 2 other volumes from Zoom 100. This is a shonen series that's pretty popular right now, and I saw it on sale a while ago and I picked up some volumes, and now I'm kind of doing the same thing. When I see volumes from it on sale, I'm picking up the ones that I'm missing. So this is volume 2 and volume 4. This is a zombie apocalypse series that is getting a lot of praise. It has quite nice art, and yeah, slowly I'm gonna get it. Now let's dive into the next box, and this is also quite a big one, also from the Romanian retailer manga shop. I'm not saying their names because they are supporting me or anything like that. I'm just saying it so that people in this country know that we also have stores that sell manga in here, and lately the prices are not that bad. They are quite expensive, but everywhere it's expensive right now to buy manga. I know, I got all of this stuff over a couple of months. Before I could buy a ton of stuff, but lately, I don't know, you spend a ton of money just for a couple of volumes. But let's see what do I have in here. And it looks quite interesting, and I see some pretty nice stuff. Let's dive into it. So let's see. First, I got Cells at Work, the complete manga box set, and then this looks pretty nice. I actually had this ordered before on another site, but it was delayed or something like that, and my pre-order got cancelled. But yeah, I'm pretty happy to have it. I heard a lot of good things about this series, and it's not a long one. It's only 6 volumes, and as you can see over here, how the hell can you mess up the spines like that in a box set, Kodansha? How the hell can you do it? So just look at it. Nothing is aligned. Nothing is aligned. It's an eyesore. But anyway, I heard good things about this one, and when I saw that they're putting out the box set, I just said that I'm gonna buy it. I'm gonna buy it, try it, because it's something that I always wanted to try. And this also has another series called Cells at Work Black or something like that. That's a little bit more mature, because this is about a story about the cells from the human bodies, but they are characters and all of that, and they have to deal with a lot of stuff every day. And in the one that's more mature, in the spin-off, they are tackling some more mature topics like sexuality and I don't know, worse diseases and stuff like that. But yeah, it's pretty interesting. It's always something that I wanted to try, and putting out a box set for it was the right move to convince me to actually get it. Next, I picked up some additional volumes from Monogatari, and this is the manga adaptation from the light novel. And yeah, if you don't know Monogatari and the whole Monogatari series, you'll have to try it. It's something quite unique and great, and so far I've been really enjoying the manga adaptation from it, because it has all the good things from the Monogatari series, but also with the great art done by Great. And yeah, it's crazy fun, and I'm really enjoying this one, and I'm glad to be able to get new volumes into my collection. If you haven't tried Monogatari in anime, in light novel, in manga, you should try it. It's one of those series that I guess you can't go wrong with it. At least try the anime. It should be up on some streaming platform or something like that. But yeah, volume 11, 13 and 12, and from what I know, I should also have in another order, I should have volume 14, and hopefully that gets me up to date, because I don't want to miss one of these volumes and end up with an incomplete series from something like this. I also picked up volume 5 from My Dressed Up Darling. Now, if you don't know what's My Dressed Up Darling, you probably haven't watched anime lately, or you haven't stayed on any anime related topics lately, because when the anime came out, it hit the community with a wave. I mean, everybody was watching it, and it's a story about a guy who's quite unsocial. He was always living with his grandpa, and he was always focused on his hobby being Hinadolls, so he's kind of trying to paint Hinadolls' faces and create Hinadolls. And one day in school, after school, where he stayed up to use the sewing machine to make some clothes for his dolls, he meets up a girl that's into cosplay. So she's the most popular girl in class, maybe even in school. She's beautiful, all of that. It's one of the girls that he never imagined that he could even approach. And here is the guy. And apparently that girl is quite awesome. She's quite friendly and everything like that. And she also has a passion that's not so usual in communities. She's into cosplay, and she's into cosplaying anime characters and and video novels characters and so on and so on. And she understands how important it is to have a passion, a hobby, and to actually follow that without any regrets, without worrying about what other people might say and stuff like that. So yeah, it's a high school romance between those two, and it's also about cosplaying. So there's a lot of detail regarding cosplaying in the series, and there are also a lot of cute moments between them, because she's kind of like an extrovert and he's an introvert, and he always is blushing when he sees her in different costumes, and I know, in her swimsuit and so on and so on. So it also has a little bit of edge in it, but it's not the kind of edgy that will, bother you if you're not into edgy stuff. Yeah, I really recommend it, and yeah, I saw the anime, and I can't wait to read this one as well. Next, I also got volume 10 from Parallel Paradise, so I spoke about it when I showed you volume 9, I think. But now I also have volume 10, so I should be up to date. I don't think that there's a volume 11 out yet, so that makes me pretty glad because I'm up to date. And also in this box I got We Never Learn volume 19. This is a high school rom-com that I'm reading. It's not something that will blow you away from what I read so far, but I enjoy it enough in order to read it. And I picked up volume 19 even if I don't have the volumes that came out before this one, but this was really dirt cheap, and I knew that I will get it, so I decided to get it now while it's cheap, and after that I can focus on getting the rest of the volumes that I'm missing. But yeah, it's a nice series, a nice rom-com, high school rom-com about a boy who's really good at school, but he kind of gets into a situation where he has to tutor other girls that are really good at a topic, but really worse at other topics. So yeah, basically it's weird because he's good, but he's not excelling in anything, and they do, but even if they excel in a topic, apparently they cannot manage to deal with any other topic, and he's kind of playing the mediator role or something like that. But yeah, it was fun so far, so I'm picking it up. Next, I also picked up volume 5 and volume 6 from Moriarty the Patriot, trying to catch up with this. I think that more volumes came out, so I'll have to get them. These are by Viz, if you haven't noticed. And if you don't know, Moriarty, it's the arch nemesis of Sherlock Holmes, and I'm into Sherlock Holmes. I always was into Sherlock Holmes, even when I was a child and so on. And when I saw that this is coming out, I knew that I had to get it. So yeah, another one from this box was no matter how I look at it, it's your guys' fault I'm not popular. And yeah, that's a handful. But yeah, I keep saying this in every video. I'm gonna try to pick up volumes when I find them, and I think that this is the last one that came out. But this is a series that has a lot of volumes out of stock, and sadly I'm having a hard time finding them. But like Black Butler, hopefully, slowly, they're gonna reprint them, and I'm gonna be able to get my hands on them. Because I heard a lot of good stuff about this series, a lot of praises, and people are saying that it's hilarious, and it really looks like something that I would like. But yeah, glad to get my hands on another volume. This is again volume 19 from Yan Press, a really thin volume and quite pricey, so screw them for that, but yeah, happy to get my hands on another volume. Next, I also got 2 more volumes from Smoking Parade. Really beautiful covers. I always liked the art style from this mangaka, and from what I see, this is the final volume, so that should mean that I have the complete series right now. So yeah, this is from the same mangaka that did Deadman Wonderland, if you know that one. I know that when I started getting into manga, that was a pretty popular series, and it also got an anime adaptation, so I'm wondering if this will get one as well, because it's pretty nice. But yeah, as I said, really beautiful art, a lot of crazy stuff happening, so really glad to be able to add more, and I had no idea that this was the last volume. That's interesting. Anyway, let me know what you think about this series in case you are reading it. And the last 2 volumes from this box are Records to Ragnarok Volume 1 and 2, printed by Viz in the Viz Signature edition. Nothing fancy about the print, but the story is pretty interesting. And when I heard that it's gonna get printed, I really had to get my hands on it, because I knew about it from Discord. A lot of people were reading it online, and they were saying that it's pretty good, and after that Netflix had an adaptation. Honestly, I don't know if Netflix did it or it was just streamed on Netflix, but I really liked it, and I had a lot of fun, and even my friends here in Romania that are watching anime really liked it. And yeah, let's just say like that, every, I don't know, couple of years, and when I say couple of years, I'm talking about hundreds or even thousands of years, the gods gather together, and they're trying to decide if they still want to keep humanity or if they want to destroy it. And this time around, they decided that they want to destroy humanity. And hearing that they want to destroy humanity, the Valkyries drove into the hall where they were discussing this, and they said that it's not fair to just decide to annihilate everyone just because they got bored or they think that they are not praised like they used to be, and that humanity has a right to fight for its survival. And apparently in their agreement that they had between the gods, they said that humanity could challenge them in a tournament, and in case they win, in case humanity wins, they get another round of years until the gods again can decide if they want to kill everyone. So yeah, that happens, and basically this whole manga is a big fighting tournament between gods and really huge historical figures from the human society. So basically there are 10 or 11 fights or something like that, and each one of those fights are between a god and a human. So this one, if I remember correctly, is Thor, and this one is a general from the Chinese, let's say, history or something like that, Liu Bu or something like. I forgot his name. And this is Zeus and Adam, and damn, the fights in the anime were so badass, and everything was so badass. It's that kind of series where things, when I don't know if you saw Baki, but for example in Baki, whenever a character gets in there and he's badass as ridiculous, another one pops in who's better than that, and after that the other one gets better, and then another character comes in that's even more stronger, ridiculously strong, and that's what this series is about. And as I said, it's only a fighting tournament, so I can't wait to see how the manga looks like. And I can't wait to see season 2 from the anime. Hope they will make it. Next, as part of the things that I already got unboxed or that I picked up manually in store, is something that I had pre-ordered years ago, and it was pushed back over and over again. And this is from Last Gasp, and it's Heaven's Door by Keiichi Koike, if I pronounce his name right. And this is a collection of short stories. I think these are Gegikas, and these short stories have one thing in common. It's they are all psychedelic. They're kind of inspired by his psychedelic experiences. And yeah, when I heard that, I had to get it. I already started reading some of it, and so far I gotta say it's pretty crazy, and it's quite good. And also the release is quite good. It's oversized, the paper quality is good, even if it's not a hardcover or anything like that. But yeah, I recommend it. And it also comes with a spread like this, and it's weird. It's weird. I'm gonna tell you that. It's a pretty weird collection of stories, and I'm glad that I finally got it, because honestly I lost all hope. I thought that I lost my money on this pre-order, that it will never come out. At a point last year I saw people having it, and I was wondering why they are not shipping it also to me, but finally I received it, and I'm pretty glad that I did. Let me know if you know anything about this mangaka. Sorry for my lack of knowledge when it comes to this, but apparently he was quite famous, and he also won some awards, some huge awards in Japan. But yeah, happy to have this one. Next, I also have volume 2 from the master edition from Lock and Key, and this is the second volume out of 3 volumes in a format like this. These are all hardbacks, and a really nice quality edition with this stuff over here. I don't know how they call it, but it's quite useful. And yeah, if you don't know Lock and Key, it's a story about a family that has a bunch of keys, magical keys that can be used to do crazy things. And it's actually a dark fantasy story with a lot of grief in it and a lot of weird stuff happening. And it also has an adaptation, and it's available on Netflix. Also, I actually saw the last episode from season 3 today, and that was quite good. But from what I read in the comic book format, I can say that the comic book is better and it's darker than the actual Netflix adaptation, but that's also good. Anyway, as I said, pretty good series. It became quite popular, and I got this as a present from my friends, so I'm really grateful and happy for that. And now I'm just missing one more volume until I have the complete series into my collection. So yeah, quite happy about it. I also was able to find in store another volume from Classmates, and this is volume 4, and this is a series by Asumiko Nakamura, and she is a mangaka that does really great stuff, and I really enjoy the art style and her story so far. And I don't know if you remember, or if you're new, you don't know, but I'm having so much trouble trying to collect this series, because I had the volumes ordered over and over again whenever they came back in stock, and they got all those orders got cancelled. So I think I ordered the volume 4 times and I still don't have it. So yeah, whenever I'm able to get one of these, I'm gonna do it. Since so far I loved everything done by this mangaka. They did Utsubora, if you know that one. Utsubora, the story of a novelist. They also, this mangaka also did a White Rose in Bloom that has just a volume out by now. It's a Yuri series, it's really good. And yeah, I heard that this is a really good BL series, so hopefully one day I'll be able to actually read it. Next, I got volume 1 from The Witch and the Beast. This is something that got my attention because I saw this in a lot of hauls. I know that also my friend Bizarre Individual has it, and yeah, it looks quite beautiful and the art in it is quite beautiful, and it's the story about these two characters over here. So she is kind of a beast woman or something like that, mysterious beast woman, and he's a guy that walks around with coughing on his back. So yeah, it's a weird fantasy, dark fantasy series with beasts, witches and all other stuff with great art, and I picked up volume 1 to see what the hell all the fuss is about around this series. So yeah, The Witch and the Beast volume 1, beautiful cover, I must say. And I know that the rest of the covers are quite beautiful because I saw them in Bizarre Individuals videos. By the way, he has a YouTube channel, check him out. He's a really great guy with a huge manga collection. On the same note, I also picked up another volume 1, and this is actually a 2-in-1, and this is by Minoru Furuya and this Sikuatera. I don't know if I'm pronouncing that correctly. And it's the story about this guy over here. He's basically a loser that tries to escape reality, and he meets this girl over here, and she's kind of going to end up I don't know, rocking his world. So yeah, it seemed pretty interesting. It's a coming of age series, and from what I saw, it looks pretty great. So I was in the bookstore, I just looked at some pages, read a couple of pages, and I decided to try it. Let me know if you know it. Let me know. I haven't seen this one in too many people's pickups, so let me know if you enjoy it. And the last 2 volumes from my haul are Wotakoi Love is Hard for Otaku, volume 4 and 5. And I think that right now I'm missing volume 3, and I think there's still one more until I'm up to date. But yeah, this is a mature romance series with otakus, and it's about relationships, and it's also pretty funny. And yeah, it's something that I read. I read the first volume. I quite enjoyed it, and I instantly knew that it's something for me. So yeah, I'm picking these volumes up when I'm able to find them. Again, let me know if you tried it. I know there's another series from this mangaka that I don't have. It's about a guy who's not popular at all, but suddenly becomes really popular or something like that. And I heard that that's good as well. I have to pick it up. But anyway, good series so far. I heard only good things about the rest of the series, so yeah, it's a definitely buy for me. From the first volume, it was quite great, and now I was able to find 2 more volumes at a sale in the store, so I picked them up because these are quite expensive usually. So this is it. This is the last of the volumes that I picked up in this time frame. So in this second part, I think I have around 50 volumes or something like that. A lot of cool stuff that I'm gonna jump right into and read even before editing this video, because yeah, I'm selfish. And yeah, I had a lot of fun unboxing all of this, and I can't wait to dive into them. So let me know if you liked it, let me know if you read anything from this, if you're gonna pick up any one of the series now that you saw them and stuff like that. And if you liked it, don't forget to leave a like, it's gonna help a lot the channel. And if you're new to this channel and you're into this kind of stuff, consider about subscribing. And if you want to talk more about manga and what I had in this haul, feel free to leave a comment. I'm always answering to comments, and if not, I'm always available every single day over on my Discord. That's linked down below in the video description. So yeah, again, a lot of interesting stuff. I just need to see where I can put them because my house is full with manga. Yeah, gonna go reading, and hopefully I'll see you in my next video. And until then, go read your manga. Bye bye.